Ira, where are you? I want to talk to you. I don't like waiting.
Who are you?
I'm your mother.
Mother?
That's right.
Who? Mother of who? I think you got the wrong person. My mother died 10 years ago in an accident.
What? How could it be wrong? I'm pretty sure I used exactly the number my son gave me. Is this Ira?
Yes, this is Ira.
So I texted the right person.
Wait, why do you have my phone number? Are you stalking me?
No, my son gave it to me.
So your son was the one stalking me?
It's not like that. You misunderstood. I just wanted to talk to you.
We don't have any relationship. Why do I have to talk to you?
Don't say that, Ira. Why do you say you don't have a mother? I'm Dollface, your mother.
You say my mother? Don't make me laugh. We cut ties 10 years ago and you are the one who agreed to that. So don't contact me anymore.
After all, legally we are still mother and daughter, right? You can't deny that.
Meeting you is truly unlucky. What do you want from me?
I will get straight to the point. Give the company to your brother. He needs a job.
Wow. That was shocking. Do you know what you're saying? You must be an insane old lady. You tell me to give it, so I have to give it? Quite entertaining. But that's enough of the comedy. Now get off.
Wait. I know it's an excessive request and I shouldn't do it. I'm just so worried about my son.
Luckily, you're still a little alert. I was planning to call an ambulance for you to check if your head was dented anywhere, leading to these crazy actions.
I know it's not right for me to do that. It's crazy.
I'm glad that you realize it.
So can you give him the position of director? Although the position is a bit low but can be acceptable.
Huh? What? Are you crazy? Or are you stupid?
You can't talk to your mother like that. After all, according to the law, I am still your mother. You have to listen to me. Have you forgotten who raised you?
Again? Are you using that excuse to force me? There's no such thing anymore. I have fulfilled my duty as a daughter. You can't force me to do anything anymore. Don't even think about crying. I don't care.
You are truly unconscionable. You let your mother have to suffer and beg for you while you pretend it's nothing.
Unconscionable? You are cold-blooded. We are the same. I only treat you according to our agreement. As a stranger, I have the right to refuse to do what you request.
How can you deny our relationship for so many years so easily?
Why not? You also agreed at that moment too.
Okay. I really did that. However, you have to think about your younger brother. My poor son has no job and life is very miserable. As his older sister, shouldn't you help him?
You overprotected him, so now that kid is hopeless like that? You're truly harming your own son. But what do you mean by living a miserable life? I remember I gave you two a lot of money. Yet now your son has no job and lives in poverty?
Well, a lot of things happened and after 10 years, that small amount of money is not enough to live on. but I believe my son has a hidden talent. You just need to give him a high position working in the company. I believe he can handle the job well. Maybe he even makes more money for the company.
Some things happen? Don't make me laugh. If you won't tell the truth, then let me tell you. Your son is an alcoholic and gambler. He spent all that money on gambling and drinking all day. What a useless guy. The money is not unlimited. Without income, that money will disappear very quickly. You are his mother, but you are also powerless against his actions. Because you had raised him to become that kind of person, a social evil. But what surprises me, you're still alive today. And the fact that you are still very proud of your son. And trust him with all your heart after everything he has done, and treated you as a miracle. Normal people know when to stop, but you and your precious son did not get that.
My son is not useless. He's just that he's a bit playful.
Whatever you say. Besides, that amount of money is small. It's true that beggars' bags are bottomless. No number can satisfy the two of you.
Human greed has no bottom. When they achieve the desired amount of money, gradually that amount of money is not enough to satisfy them anymore. They will always want more than that amount. It's normal for us to have ambition.
2 days later.
Hey sis. Yo Jenna.
What do you want, Ralph? Are you asking for money again?
How do you know that?
I wonder why.
I don't understand what you are saying. Anyway, transfer me $1,000 right now.
$1,000 again? What? But I just gave it to you 2 days ago.
That happened 2 days ago. Now I need more money.
What did you do with that money? Did you run out of money gambling?
I was just unlucky at that time. I can get back all the money I lost, even 3 or 4 times more.
3 or 4 times the amount owed? Are you stupid?
Why do you talk so much? I told you to give me money so I can recover my losses. Your job is to shut up and send me the money.
Why do I have to transfer money to you so you can continue doing these meaningless and evil things? The more you try to undo it, the more money you will lose. You should know when to stop. I mean, you should stop right now.
You really have a big mouth. You should shut up before I call Mom to deal with you. Now will you transfer money to me or not?
Are you using your mother to threaten me? Do you think Mom will agree with your unreasonable actions?
Of course. I am the eldest son of this family. She is always on my side. No matter what happens, she always shows up for me.
Do you think this world revolves around you? You brat. If you keep behaving like that, you won't be able to do anything in the future.
Oh, my dear sister. Are you feeling jealous? Mom never cared about you at all. To be honest, sis. To our mother, you were just a stepping stone for my bright future and nothing more. Why haven't you realized that yet? You should realize that soon and obediently give me money every time I ask.
Indeed, she doesn't care about me, but I'm still her daughter. She never treats me like that. It's just that she's worried about you, so she focuses on you. You always make her miserable.
Maybe. However, no matter what I do, she still finds a way to help and forgive me. Oh yes, she's pushing all the responsibility onto you. And no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, she won't recognize you. You know that too, Jenna.
Shut up. Stop talking nonsense, Ralph.
If you want me to stop talking, quickly send me the money.
Okay, I'll transfer the money to you. You should know how to live well yourself. Don't bother Mom anymore.
You are really funny. While your mother treats you like that, you still worry about her. Indeed, this world is not fair. Bye, sis.
1 week later.
Jenna. Give me 30 grand right away.
What on earth are you saying, Mom? That's a lot of money.
I don't care, just give it to me now.
But for what?
Why are you talking so much? All you have to do is transfer money to me. Is that really hard to ask you for money?
It's not that, Mom. It's just that suddenly you asked for such a large amount of money. Where will I get it from?
You useless daughter. You can't do anything for me. Having a company on your own, but every time I ask you about money, you always say I don't have any money to not lend me money. You can use money to spend on many things, but you never do it to help your family. If you don't want to help your mother, just say so.
Mom, you're overdoing it. It's not that I won't lend you money. My company is having difficulty during this period and the amount of money you want is too huge. I can't afford it right away. I'm always the one looking for ways to help this family. Not your precious son.
What did I say wrong? You've only helped a few times and you're already giving credit. I raised you two through so many hardships, but I didn't complain or take credit for anything. Why are you so selfish and only think about yourself? You must know that if you don't help your brother, he could be beaten to death by debt collectors. Are you going to leave your little brother alone?
It turned out it was because of your son. It makes sense now. Let me guess. Your son lost while gambling, borrowed money to continue playing, and now owes that huge amount of money? Why am I not surprised?
Of course, it's because of your younger brother. You should think of a way to raise money to help him. I don't care how you do it, but today you have to collect 30 grand.
It's indeed only possible because of your son that you treat me like that. Many times I wonder if I am your biological child or not. Why do you hate me so much? No matter what I do, to you, I'm only a pain in the neck.
What nonsense are you talking about? It's annoying when you nag so much. Why would I give in birth to something like you? Giving birth to you is truly a mistake.
What? What the hell did you just say? You never wanted to give birth to me? How could you say those words to your flesh and blood?
If I had known in advance that you were a girl, I would have aborted that pregnancy. Because of you, your father left me. You made me become a widow. You should be grateful that I didn't throw you away. Lucky for you, you still have value and can help my son advance his career in the future. That's the only reason I allow you to stay in my house and treat you like my daughter. I gave you a good education just for that reason.
You're heartless, Mother. I can't believe you're capable of saying such things. I never asked for any of this. I just wanted to be your daughter, to be loved, and to feel like I belong here.
Love and belonging don't pay the bills, Jenna. Life is tough, and you have to be tougher. If you can't handle it, that's not my problem.
But I'm your child. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Don't you feel any responsibility for how I turn out?
Responsibility? You're the one who should be responsible for your future. You're old enough to figure things out.
I just wanted your love, your support, even just a bit of kindness. Is that too much to ask for?
Kindness? Well, life isn't kind, Jenna. Get used to it.
You're the one who's making it so cruel for me. You've turned your back on your own child, and for what? To advance your son's career? Is that all I am to you, a stepping stone?
You should be grateful I didn't abandon you like I wanted to. You should be thankful that I've given you an education and a roof over your head.
I'll never understand how a mother can treat her own child this way. I may be your daughter by blood, but I don't consider you my mother anymore.
Fine then, Jenna. If that's how you feel, then go ahead and leave. But remember, you still have to transfer your brother 30 grand before you leave. Oh, and another half of the company's assets. Anyway, I was the one who helped you get to where you are today. That will be the maintenance fee you owe me.
You are truly cruel. A wolf won't eat a wolf. You are more insensitive than a cold-blooded animal. You took my money and now want my company's assets. Fine. I'll give you what you want as payment for the time you spent raising me. But after I transfer the money to you for the last time, we won't have any more relations. I'll cut ties with you. You also won't be able to come to me to ask for anything anymore.
TSK. What can you expect from a company about to go bankrupt? Okay, I'll never see you again or ask you for anything again. Now transfer the money.
Check your account. I have fulfilled my duty as a daughter. Goodbye, Agnes.
10 years later.
Jenna. Where are you? I want to talk to you. I don't like waiting.
Who are you?
I'm your mother.
Mother?
That's right.
Who? Mother of who? I think you got the wrong person. My mother died 10 years ago in an accident.
What? How could it be wrong? I'm pretty sure I used exactly the number my son gave me. Is this Jenna?
Yes, this is Jenna.
So I texted the right person.
Wait, why do you have my phone number? Are you stalking me?
No, my son gave it to me.
So your son was the one stalking me?
It's not like that. You misunderstood. I just wanted to talk to you.
We don't have any relationship. Why do I have to talk to you?
Don't say that, Jenna. Why do you say you don't have a mother? I'm Agnes, your mother.
You say my mother? Don't make me laugh. We cut ties 10 years ago and you are the one who agreed to that. So don't contact me anymore.
After all, legally we are still mother and daughter, right? You can't deny that.
Meeting you is truly unlucky. What do you want from me?
I will get straight to the point. Give the company to your brother. He needs a job.
Wow. That was shocking. Do you know what you're saying? You must be an insane old lady. You tell me to give it, so I have to give it? Quite entertaining. But that's enough of the comedy. Now get off.
Wait. I know it's an excessive request and I shouldn't do it. I'm just so worried about my son.
Luckily, you're still a little alert. I was planning to call an ambulance for you to check if your head was dented anywhere, leading to these crazy actions.
I know it's not right for me to do that. It's crazy.
I'm glad that you realize it.
So can you give him the position of director? Although the position is a bit low but can be acceptable.
Huh? What? Are you crazy? Or are you stupid?
You can't talk to your mother like that. After all, according to the law, I am still your mother. You have to listen to me. Have you forgotten who raised you?
Again? Are you using that excuse to force me? There's no such thing anymore. I have fulfilled my duty as a daughter. You can't force me to do anything anymore. Don't even think about crying, I don't care.
You are truly unconscionable. You let your mother have to suffer and beg for you while you pretend it's nothing.
Unconscionable? You are cold-blooded. We are the same. I only treat you according to our agreement. As a stranger, I have the right to refuse to do what you request.
How can you deny our relationship for so many years so easily?
Why not? You also agreed at that moment too.
Okay. I really did that. However, you have to think about your younger brother. My poor son has no job and life is very miserable. As his older sister, shouldn't you help him?
You overprotected him, so now that kid is hopeless like that? You're truly harming your own son. But what do you mean by living a miserable life? I remember I gave you two a lot of money. Yet now your son has no job and lives in poverty?
Well, a lot of things happened, and after 10 years, that small amount of money is not enough to live on. But I believe my son has a hidden talent. You just need to give him a high position working in the company. I believe he can handle the job well. Maybe he even makes more money for the company.
Some things happen? Don't make me laugh. If you won't tell the truth, then let me tell you. Your son is an alcoholic and gambler. He spent all that money on gambling and drinking all day. What a useless guy. The money is not unlimited. Without income, that money will disappear very quickly. You are his mother, but you are also powerless against his actions. Because you had raised him to become that kind of person, a social evil. But what surprises me, you're still alive today. And the fact that you are still very proud of your son. And trust him with all your heart after everything he has done, and treated you as a miracle. Normal people know when to stop, but you and your precious son did not get that.
My son is not useless. He's just that he's a bit playful.
Whatever you say. Besides, that amount of money is small. It's true that beggars' bags are bottomless. No number can satisfy the two of you.
Human greed has no bottom. When they achieve the desired amount of money, gradually that amount of money is not enough to satisfy them anymore. They will always want more than that amount. It's normal for us to have ambition. Anyway, you have to help us. No, you must. I need you to give my child a position in the company. That position cannot be lower than the position of department head.
Beggars can't be choosers. You two don't want to work, but you want to be in a high position? Yeah, right. Keep dreaming.
So you're saying you're not going to help us?
Exactly. I don't help bad people harm others.
What are you saying? Who harms who?
You do not know? Oh my God. I thought you knew everything your son did.
Know what? Tell me.
So he has been hiding from you. You raised such a child.
Don't beat around the bush. Get straight to the point.
Easy, lady. You have to take it slow. Your son has killed someone.
Impossible. My son is very good at home. He is a good person. Are you planning to harm my son with such baseless words? Watch your mouth, Jenna. I can sue you for slander.
Your son, 2 days ago, while drunk, beat a middle-aged married man. Your son was very cruel. Poor that man. That man was already unconscious, but your son still kicked him 4 to 5 more times in the head. After entering the hospital, the doctor diagnosed that he would not survive because he had a brain hemorrhage and lost too much blood.
No. This can't be true. You must be lying. You want to harm my son. You want to take him away from me and put him in jail. My son would never do those things.
Think again, Agnes. Remember when your son got drunk, how did he act? What did he do to you and those around him? I'm sure you remember that.
No. You're wrong.
That time your son was drunk and almost threw a baby into the river. Fortunately, the baby was saved in time, so the baby was fine. However, your son was almost sued and even had to go to jail. At that time, you had to kneel and beg the baby's parents for forgiveness. And because of your son, you even forced me to pay a large amount of money to compensate and silence them. Mother of the Year.
It's not like that. You're wrong. He was just too drunk and he couldn't control himself. It's all just unconscious action.
Unconscious action? It clearly shows that he is a violent person. When you told your son not to take his last money to gamble, what did he do? He threatened to let gangsters take over your house and even wanted to beat you. Well, that's your good son.
How do you know that?
Does that matter now? Your son is a violent and useless man. And now he is also a murderer. What are you going to do now, Agnes?
I do not understand. I don't know anything else. What did I do wrong to make things turn out like this?
You never know where your mistake is. Your personality remains the same.
I have to save my son. No matter what happens to him, he is still my child. I have to protect him, I have to save him.
It's truly a mother's love, so touching. Will you do everything to save your son?
Yes, I will do anything for my son. I'll pay any cost to save him.
Oh. Show me then.
What do you mean?
Your determination. Show me your determination to save your son.
I got it. I know what to do. I will kneel, so please save my son. Please help me save him, Jenna. I beg you.
Wow, are you going to kneel before me? Are you willing to kneel before the person you once hated and despised? Where's your soaring self-esteem? It doesn't matter anymore.
My pride cannot help me save my son. Only you can. Please, Jenna. I beg you. Please save my son. I'll do whatever you tell me to.
It's interesting to see such a heart-rending. However, I cannot help your son. It's already hopeless.
No. Don't say that. There must be another way. My son can start over again. I will teach him more carefully. Please give me a chance, I won't let you down. Please save him.
Later that day, Agnes came to my workplace and publicly pleaded for assistance. Despite her persistence, I remained indifferent to her appeals. Driven by a mother's love, she continued her desperate efforts, showing up at my company every day for a week. However, no matter how hard she tried, nothing could alter the inevitable outcome. Eventually, her son was arrested and received a prison sentence. The shock of the court's verdict overwhelmed her, causing her to faint. This tragic turn of events led to her memory loss, and she now resides in a nursing home. Despite everything, I occasionally visit her on weekends. After all, she is still my mother. Nonetheless, what saddens me the most is that throughout this entire ordeal, there was never an apology or an explanation for what she had put me through. But life must continue. My company experienced rapid growth. I achieved success as a businesswoman by the age of 40. Although I am no longer young, I found the love of my life and experienced love for the first time. This was also the first time I felt the warmth of a family from his side. Good deeds beget good deeds. Just live well and love yourself more.
Calliope, we need to talk.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I found this, Calliope. What the hell is going on?
Derek, it's not what you think.
Then how do you explain this?
That was Kane, just a friend of mine. Don't act so serious.
Friend? Only a friend? Friends don't kiss each other. Are you cheating on me with that guy? You'd better tell me the truth.
You are overthinking. We were just playing a game. Relax.
Playing a game? Are you kidding me?
Yes, only a game. It was truth or dare game.
Kissing another guy is part of a game now?
No, Derek, it was just a dare. It didn't mean anything. I swear.
Calliope, you kissed another guy behind my back. That was cheating. You betrayed my trust.
You're making matters worse. I told you that we were playing games. It was a dare, and I didn't want to do it, but I didn't want to seem like a spoilsport.
But you are my lover. Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want you to misunderstand, so I didn't say anything.
Then why didn't you refuse that challenge?
I was too aggressive and took on the challenge regardless.
I appreciate your honesty, Calliope, but I need to understand more about what happened. How did this truth or dare game even come about?
It was at Ira's birthday party, and we were all having a good time. You know how these games can get out of hand.
Who else was there besides Kane?
Just some of our friends. Gerda, Carwin, and Jocasta. We've known them for years.
Did anyone else do something like this?
Well, Gerda had to sing in public, and Carwin had to wear a ridiculous costume, but nothing as extreme as the dare I got.
I see. And how did you feel after this happened?
You're right, Derek. It was stupid, and I should have told you. I'm so sorry. I only love you.
Well, it's clear we both have some things to work through. Let's promise to communicate better and trust each other more in the future.
Agree, Derek. I love you, and I never want to hurt you like this again.
40 years later.
Hey, Calliope. Have you had lunch yet? I'm standing under the company gate, bringing you lunch. I've eaten at this famous sushi restaurant with my coworkers before, and it was delicious. I remember that you also like sushi, so I bought it for you.
Derek, you don't have to do that. You'd better go home. Don't let my coworkers see you.
Why can't they see me? I just bought my wife her favorite dish. This shows how much I love you. Are you feeling ashamed about it?
It's not like that, Derek. If they see us, they will know we are lovers.
What's wrong with that?
I don't want them to know we are husband and wife.
But why? Are you hiding something from me?
I'm not hiding anything, Derek. I just don't want people talking about me behind my back. I also don't like being asked too much about my personal life. It's really annoying.
Calliope, please, we need to talk about this. I can't help but feel like you're pushing me away.
Derek, it's just that things have become so complicated.
I know it's difficult, but you can't keep living like that, sneaking around and pretending like we're not together. It's taking a toll on both of us.
I agree, but I also have my career to think about. I/V worked so hard to get where I am, and I can't risk it all for us.
Calliope, I just want to be with you without all these secrets and hiding.
I promise, Derek, once the time is right, I'll tell everyone about us. Until then, please understand and give me a little more time.
All right, I'll trust your judgment. But what about the sushi? Can you come down and get it? I'll give it to you and then leave.
No need to do that. Take it home. I will have lunch with my coworkers.
Okay, Calliope. I'm going home.
10 minutes later.
Calliope.
What's the matter, Derek? Why do you sound so upset?
I need you to explain something to me. I saw you today, holding hands with a guy. Who is he, and why were you holding his hand?
He's just a coworker from the office, nothing more.
Holding hands with a coworker? Calliope, that doesn't seem like a typical workplace interaction. Can you tell me why you were doing that?
It's not what you think. I had worn these new clogs to work, and I was afraid of tripping and falling. So, I held onto his hand briefly to steady myself. It was purely out of necessity.
That's not all. I also saw the two of you having lunch together. Can you explain that?
Derek, he and I were discussing a project, and it was just convenient to have lunch while we talked. I didn't think it would be a big deal.
Calliope, you didn't mention that it was just the two of you. I worry about your safety, especially when it's just you and another man.
I didn't realize I needed to report every detail of my day to you. You know I'm committed to our relationship. You should trust me.
Is he the same guy who brought you home late last weekend?
Yes, Derek, that's him. We had a tight deadline and needed to work late. It was purely work-related.
Are you sure there's nothing more to your relationship with this guy? I can't shake the feeling that you two are more than just colleagues.
I would never betray your trust like that. You are the love of my life, and you know how much I cherish our relationship. Please, don't doubt me.
I want to believe you, but there have been instances where you've kept things from me. Remember the day he brought you home, and you introduced me as your brother to avoid questions about our personal life?
I did that to protect our privacy and avoid unnecessary office gossip. You know how I value our personal life.
There's one more thing. That day when I came home early and looked through the window, I saw you and him kissing goodbye. I didn't say anything then, but it's been gnawing at me. Honesty and trust are vital in our relationship.
I made a mistake that day. I was weak, but I want you to know that you are the only man I love. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to regain your trust. This will be the last time something like this ever happens.
Calliope, trust is fragile. If you genuinely want me to forgive you, you need to be more transparent with me and make it clear to your coworker that you are a married woman. Especially that guy. If you do that, I will forgive you.
I promise. I will be completely honest with him and let him know about us.
1 month later.
Calliope, there's something I need to talk to you about.
What is it, Derek?
I couldn't help but notice that recently you've been using dating apps and chatting with guys. Can you explain what's going on?
Oh, it's not what it looks like. I was just bored and wanted some friends to chat with. It was innocent, really.
Calliope, is there anything wrong with it? You have a husband, me, right here, and you're still using a dating app and talking to other guys. That's a big problem.
It's not like that at all. I was just having harmless conversations with people. You don't need to worry so much.
Harmless conversations? You were flirting with every guy you talked to on that app.
I can explain. It's just a bit of fun, and I promise, it doesn't mean anything.
Fun? I can't believe you're doing this again. My wife is flirting with multiple guys on a dating app. What kind of husband can accept that?
It's not what you think. I've been feeling lonely lately, and I felt like you weren't paying much attention to me anymore. So I thought this was a way to fill that void.
Lonely or not, Calliope, this isn't the way we should address our problems. You shouldn't flirt with other guys when you're married.
Are you saying I can't make new friends or talk to other people? You can't forbid me like that. You're my husband, not my dad. You can't tell me what to do.
That's right. I'm your husband. You know that, but still flirting with other guys?
You're making things serious. It's all just harmless chatting through my phone. We've never met in person, hugged, or kissed.
You make a good argument, Calliope. But it's not just chatting, it's flirting, especially with a guy named Hubert.
How do you know about Hubert? Have you been checking my phone? That's a violation of my privacy. I also have my own private life, and I hope you respect that.
Do you even know who Hubert is?
I just know Hubert is a nice guy. He's handsome, a real gentleman, and he cares about me more than you do. All you care about is work, work, and work. You never care about me or how lonely I feel at home.
I'm sorry, Calliope. I've been too focused on work, trying to provide a better life for us. Since you quit your job, we lost a significant source of income. I thought I needed to work harder to pay the bills. Maybe that made you feel neglected and lonely. You don't have to resort to using dating apps or talking to other guys. I'll pay more attention to you and make sure you never feel lonely again.
Derek, you don't have to go to such lengths for me. I'll delete the app, don't worry. I just want you to understand me better.
Thank you for being understanding, Derek.
It's the least I can do for my beloved wife.
Several days later.
Derek, there's something I need to tell you, and it's been weighing on my mind for a while.
What's going on, Calliope? I'm in the middle of lunch.
I know this isn't the best time, but I can't keep it in any longer. I think we've grown apart, and I'm no longer happy in our marriage.
Where's that coming from? We've had our ups and downs, but we can work through them. What's bothering you?
It's not just one thing. I've been feeling this way for a while now. I miss the excitement and freedom of being single. I need space to find myself again.
We can make changes in our life together. We can take a vacation, try new things, and rekindle the spark. Please don't give up on us so easily.
It's not just about routine or boredom. I think I've fallen out of love. I don't want to be unfair to you by pretending.
Calliope, I love you, and I can't imagine my life without you. We promise to be there for each other in good and bad times.
I know, Derek. But I think our feelings have cooled down. I no longer love you like before. I want to divorce. Please understand me and agree to sign the divorce papers. We deserve to be happy, and maybe that happiness lies in different paths.
No way! What do you mean by no longer love me like before? What did I do wrong? We can work through this, just tell me what's bothering you.
It's too late. Some things can't be fixed now.
Please, don't say that. I love you, and I'm willing to make amends. Please don't leave me. Is it because of something I've done? If it is, just let me know, and I'll change it. Have I failed you as a husband?
It's not you. It's just me. I have made up my mind. I don't want to live with you anymore. I don't love you anymore.
I gave you everything I had. Why do you want to leave me?
It's about the money.
Huh? What do you mean?
The money you gave me is too little. I can't buy anything I want or live the way I want. Do you understand, Derek?
What? So, you've been with me for 5 years just because of my money?
That's right. I agreed to marry you because your father owns a huge company. That's why I quit my job. But recently, I heard that the company is having trouble and is at risk of bankruptcy. That's why the amount of money you give me is getting less and less. How can that amount of money be enough for my needs?
I can't believe this. Have you ever loved me, Calliope?
Derek, you're so naive. I never loved you. I only loved your money. Besides, I think you still remember Hubert. Hubert is very rich, and he said he would give me a house and provide me with $100,000 per month for me to spend. How sweet he is.
What? You're still cheating on me with that guy, just like last time. You're truly a terrible person. An adulterer.
So what? I want to live happily. Living happily means needing a lot of money. And you couldn't give me that, so I left you.
That explains it. I can't believe I married a gold digger all this time. Finally, I see your true nature, a selfish person who only cares about yourself. I've wasted 5 years loving and pampering you for nothing. Fine, we'll get a divorce, and you won't receive a single penny from me.
You're still talking loudly even when your company is on the verge of bankruptcy, Derek. I don't need your pennies. Keep it for yourself. I'll be just fine.
See you in court. I hope that's the last time we see each other.
That's for me to say, Derek. Derek. You didn't tell me that your company isn't going bankrupt.
Oh, it's just that the company encountered some minor financial difficulties. However, everything has been resolved, so the company is still operating as usual. But why do I have to tell you that?
Derek, honey, I know that you still love me. After the divorce, I felt regretful. I concluded too hastily. I realized I still love you very much. Let's get back together.
Are you telling the truth?
Of course, I'm telling the truth. Since we were apart, I miss you every day. I miss the days we were together. I was very regretful and blamed myself every day. I want to be your wife again. Please give me a chance to correct my mistakes.
You're the one who left me when I needed you the most. There's no chance for you.
That's because I was blind and fooled by those shiny things and flattery.
Where's your Hubert? The guy who promised to give you a house and a lot of money. What happened to him, huh? Tell him to bring you home and stop contacting me.
That scoundrel. He lied to me with those flatteries. He doesn't have a house or money. He said he needed money to build the company and borrowed $300,000 from me. After that, he blocked all contact with me, and I never saw him again. He abandoned me and took all the money I had. I have nowhere else to go.
A gold digger being swindled out of all her money by someone else. How ironic is that?
Derek, honey. After leaving you, I realized that you were the only one who treated me well. I know you still love me, Derek. Let's get back together. I'll be a good wife. I'll never let you down. Let's forget everything in the past and move forward to the present and the future.
Great acting, Calliope. I almost believed it was true. But too bad, your lie can't fool me again.
What do you mean? I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, whatever you say, Calliope. There is a truth that you don't know. Hubert is my friend and he told me everything. So everything you did, I already know, including all of your lies.
What? I didn't know Hubert was your friend. You never told me about him.
Of course, you don't know that Hubert is my friend because you have never met my friends. You don't even let them come to our house just because you don't like them. I was a fool at that time, listening to everything you said. Now I know one more thing about you, Calliope. You are not just a gold digger, you are also an actor. You play the victim very well. Your lies make others feel sorry for you. However, they do not know that behind the pitiful face lies a poisonous snake ready to bite anyone for its benefit.
It's not like that. I'm not that kind of person. I was tricked and abandoned. Please believe me, Derek.
Stop calling me that. It makes me sick. You don't have to lie to me, Calliope. Hubert told me the truth about your story. Since Hubert realized that you were my wife at first, he immediately stopped talking to you and told me about this. I thought you would stop talking to him too. But no, you truly do not disappoint me. Such a large gold mine like that, how could a gold digger like you resist? So you kept bothering Hubert by texting and calling.
Hubert is telling lies. It is true that I texted him, but that is all. He was the one who seduced me with flattery. He is the true scammer. I would have never done that to you if he hadn't brainwashed me.
He brainwashed you?
That's right. It's all his fault. It was he who made me betray you. You know that I love you so much. I would never want to do that to you, Derek.
Do you think I'm that stupid, Calliope? I know exactly who the liar is here. Hubert showed me your inbox. You're the one who flirts all the time. You even arranged to meet him while your husband had to earn money to pay for your luxurious pleasures. Even in difficult times, I always tried to follow your wishes. But you are an ignorant person. You had an affair and still want to speak ill of my friend?
No. You're misunderstanding.
There is nothing to misunderstand. By the way, there's something you don't know.
What? I didn't do anything wrong.
Deny so soon? As a gold digger, you are so easy to fool.
What are you saying?
Since finding out that you continued to text Hubert and I have been planning to expose you. There's nothing wrong with my company, it's even growing beyond expectations. However, Hubert suggested pretending the company was having trouble gauging your reaction. At first, I thought this was childish, but I didn't expect it to reveal your true personality. After hearing the news that my company was about to go bankrupt, you immediately demanded a divorce. And after the divorce, you ran to live with Hubert. What a greedy person.
What? You bastards. All of you. How dare you trick me like that? I'll sue you for fraud. Just wait and see. You guys can't mess with me.
Stop making me laugh. You should consider a career in comedy.
There's nothing funny here.
I think you forgot something.
I don't think so. I will sue all of you.
Sue me? You should sue yourself.
What do you mean by that?
Before that, you also stole $300,000 from Hubert. Then you fabricated a story about Hubert borrowing money from you and not paying it back.
That's not true.
You don't have to deny it, Calliope. Everything is as clear as daylight.
So what? There's no proof or evidence. You can't do anything to me.
You really are hopelessly stupid. You don't know anything except deceiving others. There are cameras at Hubert's house, and they have recorded the entire process of your theft.
It can't be. I didn't know there was a camera there.
So now who will sue whom, huh? Prepare to appear in court, Calliope.
No. It can't be. I don't want to go to jail.
By the way, at Hubert's house, do you remember the paper on the table that you used to clean your shoes and stepped on?
That piece of trash thrown on the table? What's wrong with that?
That piece of trash you mentioned is a billion-dollar deal.
Impossible.
Your promiscuous habits make you pay no attention to anything. It's convenient for you to use anything, even if it's a contract worth billions of dollars.
That's because I didn't know. If I had known that the contract was worth a lot of money, I wouldn't have done it.
Whatever you say, Calliope. I'm sure you would have done it because you didn't know it was me who intentionally left the contract there, a place I was sure would catch your attention. And just as I predicted, you were trapped by your promiscuity.
It's not my fault. You guys coordinated to frame me.
You will be sued for stealing money, and now you will be sued for decaying property.
No. I don't want to. Besides, it was you who tricked me, so it's not my fault. You can't sue me for that.
You'll have to go to jail anyway. 1 or 2 crimes make on difference. Just don't know how many years.
Please spare me, Derek. Please forgive me for the love we once had as husband and wife.
The love we once had? I don't remember we had that thing. It has always been a one-sided love. You never loved me at all. You see, Calliope, bad actions have consequences, and the truth has a way of coming out. See you in court, Calliope. I will make sure you'll have to go to jail. Goodbye, Calliope.
No, wait. Derek. Please don't do this. I do not deserve all of this.
Following that, Calliope was compelled to confess all her transgressions in court. As a consequence of her actions, Calliope ultimately bore a heavy cost. The saying "you reap what you sow" holds true in her case. She is presently incarcerated and burdened with an enormous debt. I will observe how she plans to settle her debt upon her release. By then, she will have aged and lost her ability to entice individuals into repaying her debts. As for me, my company continues to thrive. Hubert is also collaborating with my company, and we have intentions to expand the business globally. Having experienced deception in love before, I approach future relationships with great caution. Despite the challenges, I eventually found someone who genuinely loves and values me. At present, I am content, living with my wife and children.